Oh, did you guys see the picture I posted in the streaming chat before Ben?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
you
just
mean
saw that.
of the Gallus forms or the Gablos forms?
Yes.
Hmm. The chocolate one looks actually delicious. What the hell?
Yeah.
I once.
I believe I already told Makem on this, but uh, basically his forms are based off different kinds of snacks.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah. The one on the far left is based off gummy candy. The one next to that is based off chocolate, and then lollipop, marshmallow, and potato chips. And I swear to God, if there's not a honey barbecue variant, I will be disappointed.
Oh, someone will make one.
They fucking better.
It's only a matter of time. If the show doesn't, the fans will.
And if the fans don't, we will.
But are we not fans?
Not yet.
Well, that's true. The show hasn't come out yet.
I mean, of Kamen Rider in general, but you get the idea.
Yes.
I know. I was just making a joke.
So, in the
Chocolate.
chat, I posted this little thing I found a couple days ago.
Now I hunger for chocolate.
Chocolate. Chocolate.
You know what? I'll be right
Yes,
back.
sir! With or without nuts. Chocolate! 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 Etc., etc. Because I'm not gonna continue screaming that.
Oh, I'm so glad I was not born in October.
What'd you say?
I'm so glad I was not born in October.
Oh,
With
man.
the name thing.
Let's see this.
Because if I was, my name would have been Pumpkin Spice and I would have screamed. But no, it's Autumn Spice.
Spicy. Valiant flight.
At this point, I'm just gonna show you the two names I would have had in either category, like boy and girl. I would have been either Typhoon Feet or Snuggle Jam. No thanks, I'll just keep my OC's actual name. It's gender neutral enough to work.
Steel
Oh god, I
Heart.
looked at
Oh,
the
great. Here we go. Our Latino again.
I looked at the other one. Rising Fairy. Hold on, what was it? Yeah, Fairy Twirl. I'm done. No, thank you. Um. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Babe, you were asleep for this. There's a new there's a new thing I found that I think you might like.
Hmm.
Hold on.
And behold, from the from the Fallout Equestria universe, the Battle of Friendship City.
Oh god, I'm gonna have to find the list again. Okay, here's a list.
I found this show today. Watched all four of current episodes, and I'm pretty sure episode five's coming soon.
What is this?
The list.
It's called Interstellar Ranger Comrades. I absolutely love this show from the second I saw it.
Fair enough.
Hmm?
I said fair enough.
I also found
This-
these a while back.
That's Ryuki, and the other one is. I can't tell what I'm looking at with the other one. That's still Ryuki? Akito. X8, yeah. Yeah, that's still Ryuki. Yeah. Yeah.
Also, here's my most recent drawing.
You can. How much of a goofball goofballs these characters are from one picture.
Yep.
Also, that one in front, not letting her cook.
Ah.
Oh, this is the I'll set the room on fire. Got it.
No, this is the I'll put cinnamon in your stew.
Wait, sometimes it's not bad. Wait, what do you mean?
Rider Gundams.
Hun, what do you mean?
What?
That's bad. Wait.
Cinnamon in stew?
Yeah.
There are some stews that kind of require it.
Yeah.
The one they were cooking didn't.
No, no, no. If you wanted to make the argument of don't let them cook because of this, go with the tried and true Courage the Cowardly Dog example. I use vinegar in all my cooking.
Let's see.
Muriel, you're
Alright.
sweet, but please stop. And at the bottom, the pony pictures I posted. There's Midnight Sky, cutie mark currently obscured because it is still a spoiler at this time. And the pony he was reincarnated from in his dedicated universe. One Prince Heliope.
That
Full
mother-
name Heliope Spark.
that MFer is now the fucking sun.
No, literally.
He became the actual sun. Anyway, hello internet.
Hello.
Don't mind us.
We're just being goofballs. So,
Yeah.
why?
So, after being on my own yesterday playing Alone in the Dark, we have a full house. Vegas Bear here as always with Mikumon, Taro, and Webb.
Oh.
And of course, since today is Tuesday, we're playing Super Robot Wars.
I am setting up YouTube on one of my consoles so I can see the screen. good to get back to this.
Yeah. Yeah. So where did we leave off?
I think where we left off was the fact that that last mission.
Oh yeah.
You got cheated out of winning a certain time-based mission, so you agreed to just take care of it off screen.
And I did that.
And that's where we left off.
Which means I think it is my turn.
Wait, I can actually hear the game audio through your stream now?
I didn't do anything.
What? Like this whole time I've not been able to hear it. And I've not had your stream muted or anything. Like, on Discord. I've just not been able to hear it.
Weird.
Discord be crazy.
Alright, so yeah. I did that mission. I skipped through everything. I didn't even bother to look at like the ending cutscene because I was done. Because I ended up making the same mistake again.
Wait. Oh yeah.
And I was so fed up. I used every trick in the book to upgrade or to temporarily boost the Dressdrager's speed so that it could move a few tiles further. So that when it came down to the wire, it got to the cannon and stopped it.
Understandable.
Y'all fucking welcome.
So yes, I think it might be Mega Monster.
Alright. We have Deep Recon. Not available. Without Equal. Danger in the Demon City. Respect Your Elders. A Brave Lineage. Alt Route. The Red Comet's Duty. Beyond Light and Darkness. And Bells on the Battlefield.
It's honestly a toss-up between the Gundam-based missions this time.
Red Comet and Bells on the Battlefield?
Yeah.
Alright, who's got a coin?
What?
Got it.
Oh, that reminds me.
Call it.
Heads is Bells, tails is Red Comet.
Heads.
You said heads?
Looks like we'll go with bells.
Yep. Heads.
Alright.
Yay! Oh, here.
Hold on a minute. Zanskir's guillotine draws near.
Guillotine.
I know they use the guillotine to punish like traitors and dissidents, but
And failures.
and failures.
They kind of also use it to execute prisoners, if memory serves. I haven't watched too much Victory Gundam, but the way Uso reacts to it kind of implies it to me. Anyways, the Striker, I got 2!
I thought you were talking about the old guillotines.
So there's been a lot of accidents here in the lacrosse sector, huh? Hi, Armorhide!
Investigating that is why we've brought the Drakers here, but also, hello, Armorhide.
Hi, Armor.
Hey, am I?
For now, I do not need to edit the list.
We've essentially no information on the cause of these accidents, or to put a point on it, the attackers. The attackers? The only ships that have had accidents are EFF and EFF aligned transports. That can't be a coincidence. Publicly, they're being declared accidents, but every ship clearly suffered some kind of armed attack.
Space pirates after the cargo, maybe?
Right? They think we have a Gundam they can steal or something.
And of course, I say pirate Gundams, and the first thing that comes to mind is,
Crossbone.
yep.
Yeah, it would have been around that point.
Yeah. Armorhide says he is building Deltanios. I don't know. That's probably another robot.
Roomba.
That's what the initial assumption was. But that idea was shot down once it became clear the targets were the ships themselves, not the cargo. Saskia, Xeon, Poseidon. It could even be the Wolgarter or the Quasars at this point.
And then,
The sorter list would be people who haven't pissed off.
and Ryoma in the back says, "Be glad it's not invaders."
Yeah. Or living dinosaurs.
Yeah. I think I had Junko, right?
Yeah, I believe so. Do I? Yes, you had Junko. That much I remember.
Possibly, but no matter who it is, the radio silence about it all in every attack is kind of strange. Late 70s
Armorhide
Super Robot,
says-
got it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's all good.
Did I make him on that already?
No,
Maybe
that was
sorry.
Taro.
Sorry. Maybe the enemy is able to strike so fast the targets never know what happened to them. Sorry, I was looking for a new profile picture.
Right. Okay.
Anything we say right now is just supposition. Our first goal has to be investigating the scene firsthand.
Oh my gosh, you put it down twice. What is happening?
Alright.
A formless attacker.
Oh my god, it's near Lothotep! They've been attacked by the Krulling Chaos! Harassing me in the
It's
old
the-
library wasn't enough!
It's the damn intruder that hit the Absolution years ago. God damn it!
Hey.
God, that thing still gives me nightmares.
Especially in the Intruder 2 when it came back.
Oh yeah, we found out what it did with Tom 1.
It didn't just eat the guy's little robot body, but, well, spoilers for a total immersion event that's years old by this point. It's basically wearing his corpse as a suit.
I don't know, that mech actually looks cool.
Yeah, it does. Damn.
Yummy.
honestly, my first thought when I saw it was, Ikuzo! Live Dimension!
Eh,
My first thought was Sun Vulcan.
my first thought was, wait, Carnage went into space again?
I have,
How it combines is really neat. How does it combine, Armine?
I have no thoughts.
No thoughts, brain empty.
Anyways.
Your gut, brain empty.
Well, we'll have to work twice as hard if that's the case.
Amuro. You heard that too, didn't you, Camille?
What was that all about, Lieutenant?
Very good.
Yeah? Why?
Did you say your line?
Yeah, I did.
It was faint, but I could hear a bell.
Oh, boy. Is my audio low again?
No.
No.
Just Discord didn't pick you up.
The fuck, Discord?
Discord being itself.
Your audio's not low. Thank goodness.
Fucking better not. But anyway, yeah, I did read the line.
Okay.
On the note of Gundam stuff, I'm just gonna put this out there. I still stand by the idea that the G Self should be in one of these games and be like a combined development effort between the Photon Power Laboratories and whatever's currently developing Gundams in universe.
Would not surprise me if that happens in the next game.
If there is ever a next game.
Oh, there will be a next game.
Oh?
Like, Super Robot Wars doesn't just stop making games. Like, they've made one every 1 to 2 years.
It's like the Pokemon of the Mecha world.
Yep.
Huh.
Except good.
Damn.
Damn.
Look, it's basically an internet meme at this point. You call Pokemon garbage because it's designed to be for the younger crowd. But I will acknowledge, the recent more buggy games are kind of inexcusable.
Understandable.
Anyways, it's not something I heard with my ear. It rang right in my brain.
The look of shock on Amuro's face is hilarious.
All I could find on YouTube was the Spanish dub clip, but it'll do.
But it'll do. That'll do.
The Striga, private room.
I had Michelle, I believe.
Yeah, you have Michelle.
It's possible the Fennex is the attacker behind the transport strikes in this area. Okay. With what evidence?
Also, like, possible but not likely, considering the general personality we've seen of that machine.
Why would Rita do that, though?
And Yoda's right on point.
I can't answer that question. All we can say is that there's not many machines that would take out a transport and its escort without ever being seen. We'll have to ask her why she was attacking them directly.
Are we positive stuff from the Gundam Seed universe or Gundam Wing universe hasn't popped up here?
Yes.
Because I can think of at least 2 mobile suits that have cloaking abilities.
I believe me, I've checked the list. I've checked it twice. And I found out who's naughty or nice. Anyway.
Let me to it.
I mean, it is July. Christmas in July.
Oh no, Mariah Carey!
You brought up all the end.
Basically, you want me to go capture the Phoenix.
Okay, I need to bring this up, but I love how last year, Mariah Carey played into the joke that, like,
Oh, wait, she did?
yeah, she played into the joke that every year she breaks out of containment because she had she had like a music video, like sort of like semi-music video. She had a video of this big vault being opened and her basically in a block of ice being thawed out, wearing the Christmas outfit, and then they hand her and then she like grabs a microphone out of nowhere and she just starts singing the song.
Are we sure she's not just an SCP?
The SCP Foundation tweeted about that, actually.
I was about to say.
We failed to keep her in containment. Sorry.
I was saying that
Oh, I
I sent
needed that
video
laugh.
to you.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember it.
Huh? This was like 2 weeks before my birthday.
Well, maybe that's why I can't remember it. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter as much to me as your birthday does.
Correct. That's our goal, in case I need to remind you. Lady, that's all you ever fucking do.
You know what? I've had about enough of you reminding me. Go capture the Phoenix, Yona. Go capture Rita, Yona. How about you hop in the Gundam and do it yourself?
If I could, I would.
Keeping that, by the way.
What's wrong?
And somewhere in the hangar, the narrative just goes, Mom, Dad, please stop fighting.
I love that.
I could swear I just heard.
Could it be the Phoenix?
No. No, not the Phoenix. Something much more dangerous.
More dangerous than a unicorn unit? Damn!
I mean, there is that.
Oh god. It's Vaughn cooking.
Aw, crap, the Turnade's here to blow up the plumbing again! So Stringer, mess hall!
I believe I had Shakti.
Yeah, I think so.
Uso.
You heard it, didn't you?
So you heard it too then, Uso.
Yeah. There's a massive disturbance of the Force, and I am not here for it.
There's something out there in space. What? Okay. I already know, like, what it is, but imagine the fucking curveball if it turned out to be the Getter Emperor.
That's so funny.
At that point, we just have to give up.
At that point, like, you get an instant game over. Because you can't fight that.
Imagine the curveball of it being King Oger.
There's someone out there in space. Space.
It's so beautiful.
But this isn't that warm voice from before. Didn't I also have Odello?
I know I had him on the list.
But there's no name next to it.
Yeah, that no one answered my question at that time. But I
Fuck.
think you did.
Okay. What are you two talking about so secretly, huh?
I heard a bell.
Belle?
Who the hell?
Alicia. She's appeared like maybe once or twice.
Who had her?
I don't think. Honestly, I don't even remember. I am not
I
even.
don't think.
I'll take
I am convinced she hasn't appeared since Taro and I started doing voice work here.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
I'll take her.
In a fight, right?
Sure.
What?
Oh, you haven't seen that meme?
I mean, if it's a fight, then I'm sorry, but Alicia, however you pronounce her name, she losing.
You don't know the meme. It's fine, hun.
He is too pure for this world, and he's too much of a gremlin at the same time.
Truly.
There's a
You
meme.
hear anything?
I've seen variations of the meme.
My
Bug.
my favorite one is from the Dragon Tamer, or how to tame your dragon on Webtoons, where it's like a it's an AU where the characters are in like feudal Japan, and like the main character is an actual dragon, whereas his love interest is a shrine maiden. And the dragon's attacking a town, and the priest and the other priestesses are cowering in fear. But then the love interest goes, "I could take him," and then the others just go, "In a fight, right?" And then it zooms in on her face as she's blushing and licking her lips. "In a fight, right?" Cut to her with a leash on the dragon.
Shall I just continue this? Because I don't want to know what that meant.
Let's just move on, shall we?
They had 3 babies. All right.
What the fuck?
Martina. Martina.
I don't even
okay.
recognize you.
I know.
You are just the right blend of generics that my brain can't even register you.
Nope.
We taking Martina, hun?
Yeesh.
Okay.
Wait, who was voicing Martina?
Me.
Huh?
Taro.
Me.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I know. You heard Vaughn's.
Uh-huh.
Oh god, it actually was his cooking.
Oh. Oh, you mean this thing on my hat? I love that they address that. That he has that thing on his hat that makes noises.
No, it's not like that. It came from further away, and it was almost like it rang right in my head.
Sound of a bell, huh? Bad luck. What's unlucky about it, Miss Carmen? I've heard the family that ran the guillotine back in the day wore bells when they were out in public. Who are you?
Oh, you!
Alright, who taking warning?
The guillotine? That must be Zanskar.
We might be about to fight our mystery enemy then. I wish I hadn't asked.
The sound of the bell and the guillotine.
What's funny is Odello has like red Sentai Ranger energy slash blue Ranger blue Sentai Ranger energy, and Uso has the same kind of energy.
Those
Except-
are both purple rangers?
No,
Uh,
except for Uso, it's like either red or green. I can't imagine
so-
him being like a blue ranger.
So Adele is,
I love the fact
Purple
that each
Ranger,
Ranger
got
has
it.
a very specific vibe.
Yes. Years of Sentai have shown me this. There's either the level-headed Red Ranger or the dumbass goofball like firecracker. Blue is either the opposite of the firecracker, where he's calm, cool, and collected, or he's a hotshot.
Casually glances at Wild Force Blue and Time Force Blue.
And green is usually mellow. Usually.
Yeah, I was about to get to that. Green Rangers are usually mellow.
Like, even like the green Magi Ranger was, despite his motif being a bull, he was relatively mellow.
I mean, Clan Xander had to come from somewhere.
Well, yeah. And Doc
mean,
from
we-
Gokaiger was pretty mellow.
I mean, when you take care of a cactus in your ranger form, you gotta be pretty mellow.
Uso.
Are we getting to the fight? We're getting to the fight. Yay.
Yeah. Bells on the battlefield.
Bells on the battlefield.
I've noticed that a lot of times Black Rangers tend to have a kind of interchangeable vibe with green ones, since
Yeah.
they occupy the same spot on any given team.
Yeah, pretty much.
Which, again, casually glances to Wild Force.
Casually glances to Zack and Adam. Like,
Zack, Adam, Carlos, Damon, Joel, Trip.
Trip was a little spunky, but yeah. Alright, so this is a Zanskar mission. Which means... gonna need these guys.
So what's the general feel for Yellow Rangers now I'm thinking about it?
Ah,
Well,
Because, like, there's a world of difference between Taylor and Dustin, if you catch my drift.
we got serious and stupid.
or like spunky. Because I'm remembering Luca from Gokaiger.
Somehow
Yeah,
has energy
yeah.
to burn.
We got serious.
The word that's coming to my
spunky.
mind is sincere. Yellow Rangers tend to be unapologetically themselves.
You know what? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that is Luca, that is Jimeno, that is the Gosei Yellow,
Tomo,
uh
that's Tommy.
it's Kirame Yellow, Tomitomo, Tomitomo, also
That's
like
wild for
To-
Yellow in a
Tokyo Ye-
nutshell.
Tokyo Yellow.
Yeah, and that's Michael, aka Wild Force 2 Yellow in a nutshell.
I feel bad for Tokuyano. Her first meeting of Kamen Riders. Kamen Rider Ichigo. Kamen Rider Nico. V3. No Sango?
Man, I hate that we did the same laugh.
Wait, why'd you send Nicole smirking DMs?
Because I'm ready for angst.
Thanks.
Pink Rangers tend to be the heart and soul of the team.
True,
Yeah.
true.
Unless you're Jen,
Oh,
in which
no.
case, holy shit, what have you done?
Alyssa, what?
Jen, Time Force Pink.
Oh.
Yeah, they got their red and their pink mixed up there, I think.
It can be argued that Pink did more leading of the team than Red did for a good chunk of the show.
Armor Height says,
I mean-
or gamer. I think he's referring to yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say. Okay, so we got serious, spunky, stupid, sincere, and then there's ship.
Dang.
He kind of falls under all of them,
yeah.
doesn't he?
Yeah, you can't put him under one because he fits in another, and another, and
Oh,
another.
I know a single label that fits them all. Puppy.
Okay, Stellar.
Oh my god.
Oh, don't bring that criminal up. Actually.
I wasn't even thinking of that.
And,
I was thinking whoever calls Jimeno a puppy is gonna get a sword up the ass.
Oh.
So, Webb said puppy power, then I responded with, don't bring up that criminal, actually.
Scrappy Doo.
Hey, he
Oh,
killed
how
off
the
one of
mighty
the
have
most
fallen.
unlikable characters in fiction, so I at least will give him that.
He gets a thumbs up for that.
And then a thumbs down for trying to kill Scooby.
Well, yeah, but this happened
I
afterwards.
don't count those as iterations of Scrappy Doo. I count those as the joke against him given solid form. Because I'm just gonna put this out there. Every time he's been made a villain, he's been out of character.
Will be in visual range of the League militaire transport momentarily.
Yay.
How's it look out there?
Well, Mita, it looks like space.
Don't be a smartass.
Fine, fine. How to say that word? First word about butchering it, please.
Minovsky.
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 Minovsky particles are limiting radar effectiveness, but we detect no enemies within detection range.
Is this gonna
Keyword?
be Is this gonna be a mission where the map is mostly obscured and you run into whatever?
Yeah, that's kind of the thing with Minovsky particles. They tend to limit effectiveness for like detection equipment and comms equipment.
As cool as that would be, unfortunately, that is not the case.
Hey.
I doubt our enemy will just walk in when we've set up this heavy a defense.
So we were talking about like the vibes of the main 5 Rangers. 6th Ranger, which I'm just gonna say 6th Ranger because of all the different colors that there's been.
What's that orange?
There's still a color that has been in the main 5 that we haven't touched on.
Which color?
White?
White.
Oh yeah.
There's been plenty of teams that had a white ranger instead of pink
That's
or
true.
yellow.
Yeah. Usually they kind of seem to be either a replacement for pink or a more mature version of pink.
And then you get a Barra Killer.
Yeah, I count him under the sixth Ranger. So for a good long period of time, the vibe of the 6th Ranger was just asshole. I'm talking Barai. I'm talking that little shit from Die Ranger.
Ko.
Ko is so bad that I feel bad for calling Taro a little shit.
Dang.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
Taro's a gremlin, this kid's a goblin.
Ah!
Keep it, change it.
Wait,
The only thing I like about this kid is the suit.
He does like kind of grow up a little bit. Towards the end. Towards the end, when when they go through his whole story arc, he stops being such a little shit. But anyway, hard to say though, right? Who knows? There might be an invisible enemy behind you right now.
Who had this one?
I want to say it was you, Taro.
I don't think I had any of them except for Oliver, actually.
Then it must have been
That one's me.
okay.
They could be hiding their suit with some kind of stealth system.
They may be able to fool a radar, but it's not so easy to trick the human eye. On top of which, got a news flash. Tricks don't work when you got beastly instinct on your side. Do you feel anything, Amuro?
I'm sorry, I have to wait for the stream to catch up.
That's fine.
Are you telling me to use new type power in place of radar?
What, you don't do that?
You don't do that
You
automatically?
do?
Yes. How do you think I was able to find you during the 1-year war?
You know, that suddenly makes way too much sense.
I just assumed everyone used their powers like that.
You know, why
Oh,
don't
no.
you do that?
I love that.
I know.
I love that. I love the idea that Char was using his new type powers in a completely different way compared to everyone else and thought it was normal.
Are Amuro and Quattro dating again?
Again!
Yeah, that's a running joke for Zeta Gundam.
No, wait, when have they stopped?
I mean, Char's counterattack was a pretty conclusive breakup.
Yeah, it was pretty conclusive. They died.
I feel like I'm being all the now.
My God.
Seriously, though, these laughs. I needed these laughs.
Just the idea that, like, Amuro's just been using his new type ability as like, just a random, like, sensor or whatever. Not necessarily radar, but just, like, picking up odd signals. While freaking Char has been using it as a damn radar.
He's been straight up picking up radio stations with it.
You're listening to 82.5 FM, The Crunch.
Run.
That probably wasn't even the right radio station, but like, I couldn't remember.
And welcome back to KRUD with all your favorite get the hell out of Mobile Food hits.
It's all coming together now. Like, come on.
I think there's someone a bit more suited to radar duty.
Here I thought they were talking about Jonah.
Stop.
Honestly, I thought they were gonna say they just want to mention K.
Well, Uso? I mean, the mission had the freaking V2 Gundam as a solid sortie here. You know, not negotiable. I figured Uso was gonna play a part somewhere.
It would be funny if you just said, right, K?
Who, me? Out of all our pilots, you're the one who heard the bell the most clearly. Implying that Uso is the strongest new type here.
Get fucked, Char.
Judo Ashta is laughing on the way to Jupiter and he doesn't know why. The Saikamu affects people differently. if Uso felt this person the most clearly, then that means it is possible our enemy is someone Uso knows. If it's Katajina, I'm blowing her up with the freaking GP02. I am not kidding.
If it's Katajina, I'm gonna use the Black Hole Cannon.
Well, Uso. Well, Uso. I can't feel anything right now, no.
Sorry. My throat died a little for a second. I don't know why. Malay Command Terrace. Transport is approaching.
I had this guy, right?
Yeah.
Thank you for coming out here. We're here to meet you. I don't remember who had Gomez.
I'll take it.
So wait. I thought you had Gomez there.
I might have.
I mean, I swear I remember Bear having Gomez too, but again, if nobody else will take it.
I mean, I'll take it if that's okay. This is a no wait. I'm trying to remember how to do my old man voice. This is a precious load of supplies from our lunar factories. We better make sure we don't lose it. That was a terrible voice.
That is so funny.
The last
I
time
don't
you
know
did
why
this,
that
I found
makes me
5
wanna
corpses.
laugh.
He laughed when I said 5. Evade! Now!
Dang, Gomez and Jin would have died.
No, they're on the Rheinforce Junior.
I thought they were on the cargo ship.
Nope.
Game was fired from extreme range.
You're kidding! Where the heck are they firing from?
Lock on Stratos, you traitorous!
You traitorous bastard!
Hold on, let me read through that I found. Crazy. I don't have this written.
Huh?
Okay. Names.
Okay.
No, I know. I'm talking about the last character. I can't tell. With the level of Minowski's particles in the area, I can't determine the shooter's location. Dang, that was so difficult.
If Uso hadn't warned us, transport would have been gone.
Which means...
Uso can see the future! I'm keeping that.
No shit, Tamachi. We all we already know that.
I'm still keeping that. The bell I heard before, it belongs to whoever's attacking us. Have the League military transport fall back out of range before there's a second shot.
Enemy units approaching. They must really want that transport unit.
Oh, I should have put in some Elgine mechs.
Those are some colorful mechs.
You didn't know. It's alright.
Oh, we blow. We blow.
Lupe?
Lupe Sino. I probably butchered that.
It's probably French.
I don't remember who had her.
What, she was a thing before?
Anyone?
She
I
might have
am
been.
not I am not taking this one. I remember how creepy she was toward Uzo.
Right.
Oh gosh. Oh god. Should we just leave it like we do the
No, I'll.
She speaks Japanese.
No, I'll read it. But if it gets real creepy, I will skip over.
right?
So she missed taking out transport.
Oh god. Who had her?
I want to say I did.
I think it was actually you.
Listen.
Miss, you've gone and made a mess. Never change,
What is that old bag doing here? That is lovely.
Lily Hassey? What's that old bag doing here?
Is the enemy sniper
Hey!
part of that group? No way. One of those units are, none of those units are capable of that kind of shot.
I gotta do it. I gotta do it.
I hate it here.
Steamboat!
What have you started?
Why do I get a strange feeling of foreboding when I see that train? Ah! There's someone behind enemy lines then.
Hold on. That means if we fight.
We are going to be targets for whoever's shooting that beam.
We gotta get shot. We're gonna get shot where we stand.
However, we can't retreat, or the enemy's vanguard will simply run us down.
So we'll have to swallow the risk and take the fight to them.
There may be a couple of names that I will go over that and fix it, but right now,
All units, engage enemy Zaskar and Poseidon Forces units! Let's give them hell! Keep in mind, we expect further attacks from extreme range. Do not let your guard up. That bell ringing. I've got to stop it.
Okay, before we start, I need a cup of coffee. I am, like, sleepy as shit.
your energy is low.
Drink break, everyone.
So, Sixth Ranger vibe tends to usually just be some version of jerk.
That-
At least,
Except if you're. Oh, I was gonna say, except if you're the Gold Ranger from Ninja. I forgot the name for a second.
Gold Ranger? As in, like,
Mr. American.
Mr. American.
Star Ninja?
Yes.
Yeah, I'd argue that at the first non-a-hole Sixth Ranger we had, and this is with my very minimal knowledge of this series, mind you, was in Hurricaneer.
Oh, you're talking about. Oh. Now I feel sad.
Huh?
We would have known him as
Shuriken.
Cam Watanabe, the Green Samurai Ranger here in the States.
Yeah. American Ranger. But I find funny that he's an American ranger who hunts down American yokai, which were actually the Wolfman, Frankenstein, and Dracula.
Dracula's what the?
Dracula is an American yokai, everyone.
Nobody ever said Sentai was accurate. But yeah, the example I brought up was this guy.
I feel sad now.
I feel like I'm missing something.
This guy may or may not have died at some point in this show.
Oh!
And his voice actor actually just passed away I think like a few weeks ago.
Wait, what?
Oof.
His voice actor passed away.
Well,
No more. No more Ninja of Ninja.
Not unless they have someone else take up the mantle.
Well, they actually did in the 10 years after, but after that movie, we never saw Shuriken again, actually. Now that I think about it.
So here's a fun fact for you. What we got as Power Rangers Ninja Storm was almost super different. So the Hurricaneer adaptation would have there was an I'm tripping over myself here. The original plan, supposedly, for adapting Hurricaneer would have been called Power Rangers Hexagon,
Oh, yeah.
where they basically set up an organization along the lines of, like, S.H.I.E.L.D. in the Marvel Universe for Power Rangers. A global organization meant for recruiting and training new Power Rangers, which would have had Tommy Oliver be a key figure. Jason, from Mighty Morphin, would have ended up leading some kind of resistance force trying to break them up because they were crossing the line or something. the Hexagon Rangers would have been the three main Hurricaners, whereas the two Go Rangers would have been Jason's forces. And then Tommy would eventually take up powers himself, taking on this costume. They were basically building up to a Power Rangers version of Civil War. Ultimately, they decided the production would have been too expensive and too difficult to manage, so they just went for a more simple adaptation of Hurricaneger instead. And thus, we got Ninja Storm as we know it.
Alrighty.
And honestly, considering what Ninja Storm could have been, I think it was the best call, scrapping Hexagon and going the way they did.
Are we talking about Power Rangers Hexagon?
Yep. Because we brought up the Ninja of Ninja at some point.
I feel bad. I feel sad. I want to cry.
The Ninja of Ninja?
Shurikenger.
Ah!
I feel like crying now, actually.
Why?
Because
Do you not know what happened?
Shurikenger's voice actor is no longer with us.
Oh.
He went away a few weeks ago, actually, if I remember correctly.
Damn.
He was in his 40s, if I believe I remember correctly. Or was it someone
The
else?
sound of the bell, it's spreading out. The sensation, it must be someone I know. Yeah, someone who very likely traumatized Uso. Then again, do I have the slightest idea how little that narrows it down?
Yes, I was about to say. I have a list of people who have traumatized Uso. And Uso himself is on that list.
Might as well put the whole world on the list.
The only person not on that list at this point is Shakti.
Give it time.
I would suggest Haro, but then I remember our running joke with him.
Also, we don't have to give time for anything because Shakti's like his love interest. Like, his legitimate love interest stares at Katiana.
I think like 12.
Yeah.
I'm hoping
He's
it's when you're
13.
You ever heard of puppy love?
Listen, when I hear the words love interest, kind of only spells it out one way for me.
What is with people and that? Because you are like the third person I have talked to who thinks that way.
Honestly, when I hear love interest, I just think of, like, it usually just starts as a crush, you know?
Yeah.
But I get off
Yeah,
track.
No, I agree with that. But
Modern media, Armorhide says.
Yeah.
like I was gonna say, Dr. Holiday was Rex's love interest, wasn't she?
Yeah, and that was basically just a one-sided crush. From a show called Generator Rex.
No, I know.
Yeah,
She,
no, no.
no, she,
For anyone in the audience who doesn't.
she was not his love interest. She was a crush.
Babe, I'm thinking you getting the terms mixed up.
Usually a love interest can start as a crush, but the feeling still has to be like somewhat mutual.
Hun,
Yeah?
I need you to work on. I need you to work on wording for a little bit, please.
手段を間違えた人間が平和を語るな。
Anyways, going back to the Sentai Power Rangers talk, the reason I brought up Shurikenger was because I was saying I think he's where we started getting Sixth Rangers that aren't a-holes.
Yes. Wait.
But that is with my very minimal knowledge of the Hurricaneer.
So yeah, Shuriken. Yeah. He wasn't an asshole. He was just crazy. Hibiki and Rika, I think, started as a crush. Yes, they did, Armorhide.
And he describes Shurikenger as a troll.
Yeah, that works.
He was a Taro. And you cannot prove me wrong. The gremlin energy is there.
Okay. Let me think here.
数の上ではこちらが有利だ。
Hold on.
Deca break, maybe?
I'm looking up Six Rangers. Oh. I was wondering why this was so tiny. It's on the wrong fucking screen.
出てきた以上女でも容赦しないぞパイロットには死んでもらう
やられるわけにはいかないんだよ。
Alrighty. So, from Power Rangers, Tommy started off as an asshole because he's being mind controlled.
And even after that, he still kind of had his moments.
Yeah.
He didn't really mellow out until he traded the green for the white.
I don't know about Trey of Triforia because I know the actor was an asshole.
In universe, Trey was not quite a jerk, but he was less than transparent with his information.
Okay. Zane was never an asshole.
If anything, Zane was just kind of the silly little puppy dog.
I remember as a kid, I used to think of him as like the cool uncle, but like as an adult, yes, he is like a silly puppy dog. The Titanium Ranger from Lightspeed.
Now, he started off as an a-hole,
Yes, he did.
but he, like previous Sixth Rangers, mellowed out. I mean, this is what happens when you're literally raised by demons.
All right, Virgil. I mean the Quantum Ranger.
Yeah, Eric was a jerk. And kind of stayed a jerk throughout the entire show.
He
did
mellowed
mellow
out like
slightly.
maybe just a tiny bit, but even then, he was still a jerk.
Like, he definitely carried that on in a Wild Force with the crossovers.
Yeah.
But it was less malicious jerk and more playful jerk.
Lunar Wolf Ranger, Merrick.
Merrick just had baggage.
Yeah.
Because, like, after, like, when the Rangers helped him to start moving past the trauma of 3,000 years ago, he wasn't all that unpleasant a person.
That's true. He was a bit of a lone wolf at first, but he did kind of like grow to the team. The Green Samurai Ranger, Cameron Cam Watanabe.
Cam had his moments, especially in the early parts of the show, of just being this kind of sarcastic individual.
Did he ever? White Dino Ranger, Trent.
The Jekyll and Hyde problem.
Yeah. Honestly, it kind of mirrors Tommy's whole shtick.
Something Tommy himself points out in the show.
We're skipping over the Omega Ranger because Sam does not have a personality.
Or an unmorphed form.
Well, he did in the last episode, but that's... Anyway.
It's like, you could have just given him a costume and let him actually appear with his like, actor on screen. Why waste the budget with the special effects sparkles?
Alright. Daggeron, the Solaris Knight.
Him? He kind of had this, like, fun uncle energy, as far as I was concerned.
Yeah. I thought at any moment he would become like this. Oh, I know, like, I know more, like, I'm better than you because I know better. I'm wiser, more experienced. No. He was the mentor they needed.
Take that, Udana.
The Mercury Ranger.
Survivor's Guild.
Exactly. Gem and Gemma.
I barely remember their shtick.
They were like genius twins that worked with Dr. K.
I remember them finishing each other's sentences a lot.
Yeah, they were twins.
They were also very hyperactive.
Yes. It took them a while to like work alongside the team because they were so used to doing things their way.
And the Gold Ranger specifically had a chicken helicopter for a Zord.
I got nothing.
I mean, yeah, it's a rooster, but it's still a chicken. But then again, they even make fun of the Zords in show. One of the questions, well, like, there's a Q&A Dr. Q, Dr. Q, yeah, there's a Q&A that Dr. K holds with the Rangers, and one of the questions brought up by the Red Ranger is why the Zords have the big googly anime eyes. His words exactly. That episode stuck with me, one part because of the Zord question, and more so because of Green Ranger Ziggy's response. He just wants to know why explosions happen every time they morph and do their roll call. There's a moment later in the episode where they do their morph and roll call, and the explosion happens, and he turns around, arms up, going, "Seriously, what is with that?"
Alright.
You could tell RPM was having fun.
So, Sentai Rangers. We've already talked about Barai and Ko. I don't know anything about Riki, aka King Ranger.
Nope.
I believe Mega Silver was a bit of an asshole, but it was mostly because he was using a prototype suit that was fucking with him on a genetic level, I believe. Naoto Takizawa, aka Time Fire! He's basically just Eric.
I guess you're not counting Black Knight Hyuga.
Oh. It's not even on the list. What the fuck?
Because whether or not he counts as a ranger depends on...
Yeah. Also, Armorhide says, Go Ranger / RPM had top tier Zords.
Yeah, one of the few times the clusterfuck style actually worked.
Alright, Gao Silver, I don't know much about.
It was basically a one-to-one with Merrick Balatone, if I recall correctly, since Wild Force basically directly adapted the plot.
Alright. And then, of course, Shurikenger, who... He's not an asshole, he's just crazy.
He is a Taro.
Speaking of Taro, you still there, bud?
What?
He's here.
Okay.
Apparently just muted.
Then we have Abare Killer. Need I say more? I know nothing of Deca Break. Magi Shine. I don't believe he was an ass. But he still gave off the pompous jerk energy that I thought Daggeron would have.
I still find it hilarious that the genie is a white cat, which is considered to be bad luck in most places outside the U.S.
Boken Silver, I know nothing about. Go on Gold and Go on Silver, they started off as assholes.
We take ourselves way too seriously kind of jerk.
Yeah. And Armorhide says Deca Break was arrogant due to his special rank, but mellows quickly. Alright. Shinken Gold. Alright. Now, he was not an ass. In fact, he was an excitable puppy.
That's exactly what I was getting at. Like, that's the energy I got off of Antonio.
Yeah. His Sentai counterpart is even more so because, like...
I am still disappointed that we ditched the sushi phone in favor of a recolored version of the main changer.
Yeah, it would have been nice to have the sushi phone, but oh well.
Especially since the Octozord still has, or Squidzord as I think it should probably be, it still has the folding disc that would have been on his changer.
Gosei Knight was also an asshole.
Whereas Robo Knight was Robo Knight.
At least in the beginning. He, because his duty was to protect the Earth, not the people on the Earth.
I mean, that was basically the case with Robo Knight 2. His duty was to the Earth, and he basically he interpreted his mission as him having to work solo, and the Rangers were an unknown variable. If memory serves, they kind of phrase it as him just needing to be updated on information.
Yeah. Gokai Silver was the character was very much not an asshole. The actor, not so much. Because
He got in prison.
Because Gokai Silver, he was just a huge Sentai fanboy. He knew everything.
He basically was a power fantasy for the audience watching.
Pretty much. He got his powers from 3 dead Rangers. Barai, Abare Killer, and Timefire.
Which, on that note, making a quick tangent, they were originally going to kill Eric off in Time Force, but ultimately decided against it at the last minute and reshot the last few shots of the episode with him there. There is an alternate version of the episode where he does die and simply vanishes from the ending of the episode. And that episode, whether it's complete or not, may as well be lost media, as far as I know.
Alright,
I could be very wrong and talking out of my ass right now.
Beatbuster and Stagbuster. No, sorry. Mantis Buster and Stagbuster.
Ugh. Yeah, so for those who don't know, for whatever goddamn reason, when that was adapted for Beast Warpers, the Gold Ranger was changed to a Mantis.
Beat J Stag is best boy. I agree. At least in terms of Go Busters. So, Masato Jin Beatbuster, he wasn't so much of an asshole as he was a smug prick. Because he obviously knew more than the other Rangers.
So he was a toned down Seto Kaiba.
Basically, like he knew more of what was going on, but kept his mouth shut unless absolutely necessary. But he did become a crucial member of the team near the end. Now oh man, we're getting up to my favorite 6 Rangers, 4 in a row.
And we will get to that in a moment. We have a cutscene to get through.
I accidentally skipped over your dialogue.
It's okay, I still know what it says. It's that bell sound again!
More extreme range beam attacks. Our units have been hit.
Uso, can't you feel the enemy's attacks? In this mess of a fight, the beam attack is only a moment after I hear the bell.
Ding! Bam! I don't know why I went straight to boxing for that. So you can't warn anyone in time.
Our only choice is to fight through the enemy front lines to get at the sniper at the back. You know, you've got a guy who can shoot black holes. All I'm saying is one tactical shot, and you've basically wiped out a large chunk of the enemy force.
Yeah.
All units engage the enemy and watch out for those beam attacks! Like seriously, if you can find yourself a clear shot at their mothership, fire the black hole on it.
So, going back to 6 Rangers, we have 4 of my favorites in a row. We have Utsumi Maru, Kyoryu Gold. He wasn't an asshole. He was just dealing with culture shock.
Which I believe was also adapted for Dino Charge.
Yes. And his whole, like, he acted like an asshole, but that was only because of the lessons that his leader taught him. Which, looking back on those lessons, were not good lessons. Next up is Toku Rokugo? Akira Nijino. Tokyo 6. I love this guy because he's just, he doesn't understand human interactions. And he was originally one of the bad guys. He was a monster of the week whose ability was to make it rain. And his whole tragic backstory was that he would keep, wherever he would go, he would cause rain to happen, and like it would ruin the days of like all of these children, like birthday parties, like recess, field trips, and he felt so bad until he saw a rainbow for the first time, and then he joined the Rainbow Line. And he still seeks to atone for what he's done by dying in battle. So every time he shows up to fight, he goes, "So this is where I die." As the other 5 Rangers are constantly telling him, "No, no, don't die."
What's even better is that in the fan project, Power Rangers Rail Riders, they do adapt this backstory, but the running gag is that their 6th Ranger cannot properly tell it, because he either gets cut off or ignored. The one time he gets through the full thing is off screen. To the Red Ranger specifically. Which, keeping to the Heat traditions, our Red Ranger is a big old goofball.
Yep. Also, one thing I love about Tokyo 6, he always throws his weapon away.
Some level of backstory, some level of being a foil too, and or some level of just like to get along. You know what I mean? Like, if you think about how many ones are either antagonistic towards the Red Ranger, or also just like, you know, like in space, he was tied to the Red Ranger's backstory. We get Eric and Lightspeed or even Tommy and Jason, the most famous out of their eyes, some level of competition between the
If you're thinking Lightspeed, that's Ryan.
Yeah.
And Ryan's connection wasn't to the Red Ranger, it was to the Pink Ranger.
You're either tied to the evil side somehow, competitive with the Red Ranger, tied to the Red Ranger's backstory, or some level of foil to the Red Ranger, or some combination. Like you play several layers.
And people also like to, yeah, again, Ryan for Lightspeed. Eric was Time Force.
Yeah, I'm just saying in general, if you can pick a couple of examples and go, yes, so the guy finally going, yes, he got through his backstory off screen with the Red Ranger because he's the 6th Ranger and the Red Ranger. It's just, yeah, because, you know, they're always tied together somehow. And at this point, he's the only one getting to hear his backstory because of course he is. Because the 6th Ranger is always tied to the Red one.
And I love the fact that in this project, actually, I can't even say what I wanted to say because it's a spoiler for the most recent episode of this fan project.
That's what's in the point. Some level, the 6th Ranger is always either somehow connected to the Red one. That's the one that he has the most something with back and forth lives.
I will say this much. Beware of any Easter eggs you find on the train.
Yeah. So yeah, Star Ninja is next. And I fucking love this because he is a cowboy ninja. He is a Japanese-American cowboy ninja. His transformation, his morpher is a cheeseburger.
Which we were likewise screwed out of.
Cheeseburger!
But then again, we got screwed out of the main changer too, technically.
Yeah, because in Sentai, the main changer was their sword.
Which we did get, just as the weapon. They just changed the changer itself, the morpher, to the shuriken weapon, which, okay, I will argue that makes sense because it is a shuriken, throwing star, whatever based Sentai.
Also, one thing I love about Star Ninja is like his whole because he's American. Like in his roll call, he says every night is party night. And he's always taking selfies with the monsters of the week.
And his main weapon is also a guitar.
Yes. And his story is basically that he wanted to be the apprentice to the last ninja. The last ninja said no. And then either something got lost in translation or Grandpa's a piece of shit. Well, actually, he is a piece of shit. But because Star Ninja started attacking his grandkids, who were the ninjas, at random points in time, with the intent, well, the idea was to kill them, but he never got to. There was one point where he comes out of like a can, like a box of candy, or a bento box, like. Someone opens up a bento box, they see Star Ninja's face, and he just yells, "Your life is mine!" as he just zooms towards the camera and jumps out of the bento box.
This guy's a goofball.
Yep. And then finally, arguably one of my favorite Six Rangers in Sentai, Zuo the World. I say this because I realized very quickly that Misao might be on the autism spectrum.
Now, obviously, it's never gonna be flat out but he can be autism coded.
Yes, because he acts a lot like I did. In my early teens, in terms of like being just awkward as fuck, doesn't know how to make friends, is obsessive over one topic. In his case, it would be fishing. And he also has the spirits of three Zoomen living in his head, because much like Tommy Oliver, Misao was captured by the villain of the show, manipulated, not brainwashed, manipulated, probably with some brainwashing, and was forcibly given the life force of three Zhu-men, a crocodile, a rhino, and a wolf, to create the villain's own anti-ranger. Eventually, the Rangers were able to break him out of it, but it still left some serious scars.
Yeah, the way you describe this guy, I'm starting to see bits of myself in him too.
Yeah. And what's funny is, so Zyuohger didn't get to have a crossover with the next Sentai. So when the next Sentai after Zyuranger had its crossover, Misao showed up, morphed, and did his roll call, and everyone is just looking at, and like after the fight, everyone is looking at him like, who's that? And Misao looks around, realizes his team isn't here, gets embarrassed and awkward, and just runs away.
Yep. I love this guy already.
Alright, so Ho-Oh Soldier, I don't know much about. Lupin and Patron X are the same person. Noel Takao. Not so much an asshole. Again, more like a smug prick. Ryuso Gold, Kanalo. Imagine if Master Roshi was like 60 years younger and was a fishman.
Huh?
Yes. Moving on. Kirime Silver, Takamichi Crystalia. He wasn't so much of an asshole because he was actually hiding some dark shit. He was tricked by his adopted uncle into searching for treasure. Which, like, he became the guardian of their planet as Kirime Silver. But because he was tricked, he was not there to defend the planet when his adopted uncle led an attack. And that's like a very sore spot for him. But he is genuinely a nice guy. And oh, you already know this one.
And then there's Zox Gold Tweaker.
Yo ho hoy, yo ho hoy, yo ho hoy hoy.
Who's kind of got his a-hole tendencies, especially in the beginning of of his involvement in the story, but is not so much malicious as it is just looking out for himself and his family, as far as I can tell. He can be an absolute goofball, but that's not his entire personality, from what I've gathered.
Next, we have Don Dorogoku and Don Tora Bolt. Both are Jiro Momotani. Jiro is a special case. No thank you! Bam!
Yeah, the message deleted.
Yep. Alright. So, yeah, Jiro is special. He has, like, a whole split personality thing going on. And, like, one personality is nice, the other is an asshole. But it's later revealed that the asshole personality is actually the real personality. And that the nice one that we were led to believe was the real personality was actually manufactured by one of the villains. In fact, Jiro's life was manufactured by one of the villains. His friends, his girlfriend, the people who raised him, none of them existed. They were all illusions. At some point near the end of the show, Jiro's two personalities merged into one, allowing him to use both the Dorogoku and Tora Bolt forms interchangeably. And basically, the nice guy and the asshole like fuse together to make a likable guy that you don't want to piss off. And then Spider Kumonos. Jeremy Brasserie. He is not an asshole. Which is surprising considering he spent like hundreds of years with a mask like locked onto his face. He's a storyteller by trade and was the one that wrote the original legend of the King Ogers. Jeremy's problem that makes him come off as an asshole is that he reads between the lines and speaks in such a way where you have to read between the lines to understand his true meaning. And then the rest of the Rangers just go, don't fucking do that! We don't know how to do that shit! Just say what you mean! And then we have Boone Violet, the newest Sixth Ranger, who I will say is kind of an asshole. But he's a fun kind of asshole.
He's a magnificent jerk.
Yep. Let's see. We have an unofficial Sixth Sentai, Gin Hero from the High School Heroes. Long story short, basically, misguided youth turned villain turned hero. So, Tommy Oliver. Historic / alternate reality Sentai 6. Green Hippopotamus from Go Busters. He was mostly
Why does this one make you sad?
Huh?
You mentioned Green Hippopotamus from Go Busters, and I am immediately made sad, and I don't know why.
It's because he dies.
That would do it.
Long story, but basically, reality has changed so that they're more like a traditional Sentai. And, they're basically running through the episodes, like the more important episodes of this fictional Sentai, and then like you have like episode 14 or something where Green Hippopotamus is introduced, and then you have like episode 30 where he dies. There is the hand puppet from Tokyuger as Tokyo 6. Which I think is funny. Debatable Sentai 6, The Black Knight. So, and also...
Whatever the hell we got the Phantom Ranger from.
The Phantom Ranger?
Turbo.
Oh, he's actually not even on this list. Hold on. We have Prototype Sentai 6, basically before the whole idea of the Sixth Ranger came about. We had Magna Warrior from Bioman, and an X1 Mask from Maskman. And then scrolling down some more. Yeah, it's not showing the Phantom Ranger.
And the thing is, I know Car Ranger technically has a Sixth Ranger.
Technically.
Like, does it really count if the costume doesn't have the complete, helmet and everything else?
I think the whole thing was just a reference to magical girls anyway.
光の翼があるんだ。覚悟しろ。いいか、脱出だ。
Actually, I'm pretty sure if I scroll down just a little bit more. Okay, hold on. Extra Rangers. Here we go. Deca Master, Deca Swan, Magi Mother, Wolfzard Fire, Princess Shinkenred, Kyoryu Scion 1 and 2, Kyoryu Gray 1 and 2, Kyoryu Violet 1 and 2, Kyoryu Silver, Aka Ninja Sumuji, Juo Bird, Geisolg, Stay Caesar, Hawkaiser, Don Murasame, Zenkaiser Black, Okuagata Oger, and King Kyoryu Red. And one-off Rangers, we have X1 Mask, Odeo Hurricane Red, Deca Bright, Deca Gold, Premier Deca Red, Gosei Green, Toku Nanago, 7, the 7th Ranger of Tokuger, Aka Ninja Yoshitaka, Mido Ninja, Aka Ninja Yoshiharu, Juo Whale, Ryuso Brown, Zenkai Red, Tukai Flint, and Okuagata Oger. Different user. Alternate Reality Extra Ranger, Black Puma, which is a recolor of Red Buster. Like, I knew I was missing something here. I was missing the Extra Rangers. Anyway, enough of this distraction. Let's get back to it.
I mean, at the very least, super robots are in Sentai, so we were at least tangentially on topic.
Yeah. At worst, we're gonna have to, like... Well, not at worst. At best, we'll have to, like... Save this and continue on Thursday. Ooh! He got Super Ace. I think.
Well, that last screen was gold, so...
You're going down, Buster Brown.
黒字をやるような人たちが大きい顔をして分かってる飛べ V2 これでどうだ
俺はまだ。
If we keep getting sniped like this, we're gonna bite it.
If there's a unit in the back who's doing the sniping, we'll have to break through the enemy lines to get at it. I'll do it. The V2's mobility can handle this.
Stop, Uso. That's insane.
I can do it. I have to protect everyone.
Also, hi Taro. Sorry we rambled about 6 Rangers for so long.
It's fine.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You sound
Is it really, though?
you sound tired.
I'm not tired at all, really.
Are you tired of our bullshit? Because that I would completely understand.
You really got Bruno. Nicely done, Uso.
The sound of a bell. Get out of there, Uso!
I do not know if anyone had her.
I don't even recognize you.
Yeah.
Is Webb still here?
Getting food.
Taro, are you sure you're okay, man?
I'm fine. Keep it big going. Like, stay in character, you know that?
Yeah. I'm just worried about you, bud.
I know.
Yeah, like, we were kind of yammering on way too much.
Okay. If no one else is gonna take it. Too careless, white suit.
白いやつここで腐れ縁を断ち切ってやる鈴が居場所を教えてくれる
Ryu?
I don't know. Also, holy shit, Uso.
Ah! Uso!
You flew straight in, just like a bee to sweet, sweet nectar. The bell of the family that ran the guillotine will be the bell of the Zenek. Its ring resonates with the frequency of your machines and shows me them in my mind. That must be an application of the Psychon.
You! The one we met in Spain!
Place where Uso and his friends met Fuala. Fuala was visiting a town in her civilian clothes and Susie mistook her for her sister. Fuala then bought her a parfait. At the time, she was unaware that Uso and his friends were part of the League Militaire, and thus acted amicably. So this must have been like before they show up in this game. That's right, boy. I'm Fuala Griffin, commander of the Lagam base in Europe, and the woman born to the family of the guillotine.
Well, Griffin. The one who put... I'm not gonna even try. The counts to death with the guillotine.
You! You were the kind person who gave Susie chocolate. Mikazuki doesn't know why, but his ears are ringing.
And it's not just because of the bell. Silence! I'm no longer the woman I was back then.
Fall back, Uso! You're in a terrible position! Roger!
Persecuted for using the guillotine without permission, I was sentenced to drift in space like garbage. I died out there, and then was born anew. Why the heck are you up here at the front with us, Fuala? I'm tired of taking little pot shots at them one by one. My actual target, the white suit, decided to charge right in. So I thought this was a nice chance. Guess you accomplished your objective then, I don't know. I see a bunch more white suits. The game's still on.
Yikes!
I had Kyosuke, right?
I believe so.
You got this, Exelon?
I didn't know. That might be a tall order. I'm flattered you thought otherwise you could just zippity zoop up there through all that precision fire. But not even she could do everything, you know?
Then no.
Don't. That much concentrated fire would stop even the...
Altisen.
Altisen in its tracks.
If we just had one suit with both mobility and defense. And also enough offense to be able to match up to that thing.
Edge!
Yes. I'm sure you'd like to have a suit just like that. That just does everything like that.
Cough,
But we
cough,
do.
get her. Cough, cough.
Where? Oh, great. It's on its way right now. That's Uso's V2.
The skull parts and Buster parts. The V2 equipped with option parts made at the Lunar Factory.
Late season upgrade, baby!
its name is the V2 Assault Buster!
Good. Looks like you were able to find the transport, Uso.
Yeah, they did some quick repairs and attached the option parts. Still, though, it's such a bulky suit, but it's such a bulky suit. It's definitely gonna hurt my mobility. Increase the output of your Minovsky drive, and the additional weight shouldn't be too much of a problem.
You might be a little less agile, but you can cover that with skill.
I'll do what I can.
He's fast.
Punch her in the face.
Falcon punch!
All that for a small chunk of health. Now you've done it. Heck yeah, Uso. That's a Gundam that deserves a V. V2 for victory and victory. With a sniper up front, we don't have to worry about being shot at from long range.
Uso, tie up that guillotine mobile suit until we can send back up.
Can you handle it, Uso? Can you handle it, Uso? I've got to handle it. I'll prove I can handle it.
Oh, perfect. White suit. Just don't run away this time.
I will not run. I refuse to let you get away with this. You attacked my allies, so you're my enemy.
Alright, I just want to take a look at Uso's equipment at the moment. Alright. I am going to save here and end it here for now.
チームを引っ張る流龍馬冷静な三分
縁の下の力持ちの車弁慶
人にはそれぞれ与えられた役割
Honestly, it was a perfect place to stop right when the noob gets showed off.
プレイヤーのみんなの役割は
早く戻ってきてこのゲームの続きを進めることだ
Just like any other Mecha anime, when the new upgrade happens to show up, that's when the episode ends.
Yeah. Happens in a lot of Sentai and Kamen Rider, too. Alrighty. Thank you all for watching. I know we kind of rambled on a bit about Power Rangers and Super Sentai, and I do apologize about that. But I did try to keep the game going while we were doing that. But regardless, thank you all for watching. This has been Vegas Bear 92.
Make Kuban.
Adam.
A little louder, please.
And web.
Thank you. And no stream tomorrow because Wednesday. And we will be back with the conclusion of this mission on Thursday. So, yeah. And if you like the stream, please consider donating at the link below on Twitch. And if you can't, because trust me, I get it, watching the stream on Twitch, following the channel on Twitch, really helps us out. Watching the stream on YouTube, liking the video on YouTube, subscribing to the channel on YouTube, also helps us out. So support us in any way you can, if you so wish. So until Thursday, be safe, stay hydrated, and we'll see y'all next time. Peace.
Bye.